You know, in America, you ask if somebody's feeling good and they never tell you the truth.
No.
You just said just about good.
Yeah, pretty much.
No one ever just says I'm.
Paul Bettany used to be most known for his role in the Marvel movie franchise as the voice of Jarvis and portraying the character of Vision. But these days, he's in the news for a very different reason. As the media continues to froth at the mouth over the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp defamation trial, Paul has been dragged in for his role in supporting Johnny while he was in the relationship. Both Paul and Johnny made alarmingly aggressive text exchanges about Amber and her body. And so now, as the trial forges on, we see just how toxic Paul's role to play in the doomed relationship is. Today we're covering Paul Bettany. Tomorrow though, you decide. Let us know in the comments down below who you think we should cover on the next few episodes of Where Are They Now. While you're there, smash that like button, as they say, so we know you enjoyed this video. We can keep making more of them. Now let's get into it. Paul Bettany was born into theater with both of his parents stage actors and a manager. Tragically, when Paul was 16 years old, his 8-year-old brother would pass from an accidental fall. The death was so impactful on Paul that he dropped out of high school and left home, traveling to London to be a street performer. He lived in a small flat and earned money by playing guitar in the streets as a busker. After spending some time working for an elderly home, he decided to enroll in the Drama Centre of London. Paul became instantly known for his talent, appearing in plays like Romeo and Juliet, Richard III, and a BBC production of Oliver Twist, all by 21 years old. He then slowly started to drip into film and television, working small parts in film while still maintaining his presence in theater. Then, a Hollywood director saw Paul's audition tape and was so impressed with it that he wrote a character into the movie A Knight's Tale as Chaucer. From then on, the director was so impressed that he showed his friends the audition tape, including Ron Howard, who promptly cast Bettany in A Beautiful Mind alongside Russell Crowe. From then on, he would go on to be in the Wimbledon movie and a few other notable films. He also married Jennifer Connelly and appeared alongside Johnny Depp in the movie The Tourist. Most notably, he played Jarvis and Vision in Iron Man and later on in the Avengers movies. Jumping back though to The Tourist, Paul became very close with his co-star Johnny Depp, and they considered each other to be best friends. Now, fast forward to now, Paul Bettany was involved in the defamation trial of Johnny Depp versus The Sun, but he is much more directly involved in the current trial going on with Johnny Depp against Amber Heard. Due to his closeness to Johnny, it's only natural that he would be front and center to some of the uglier instances of the ex-couple's extremely toxic relationship. Due to the court proceedings being broadcast live for the whole world to see, we can get extremely up-to-date information on the trial itself. We learn that Johnny Depp claims that Amber Heard absolutely loathed Paul Bettany. Apparently, she felt threatened by the large amount of time that Paul and Johnny spent together. Quote, Miss Heard despised Mr. Bettany, mainly because we had become such close friends, and for her he was a threat and would take me away from her. With regard to if Paul Bettany was getting the attention from me, that was a showstopper. It would cause all kinds of unpleasantries. He even recalled one instance with Paul, his wife Jennifer Connelly, and their kids. Depp says that Heard and Bettany got into a debate over lunch and, quote, whenever Mr. Bettany tried to make a point, she would talk over him, and then it just started to get quite rude. She got mean and she got loud. He also recalled that during this debate, Paul's 18-year-old son entered the conversation to speak on something that he had learned while in school. Quote, he voiced his opinion and Miss Heard demeaned the young man to the point of where he burst into tears and walked away. Johnny also said that he told Amber that her behavior was unacceptable and that she had no right. Quote, you cannot always be right. You should try to be wrong sometime because you might learn something. These comments came after private text messages between Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany were read aloud to the court and audio recordings were heard wherein Depp called Heard fat and plenty of other obscenities I can't say. Paul's name was initially brought up when Johnny claimed that they often would do recreational substances together at times. Their texts also became evidence, including one in which they joked about drowning and burning Amber. Although, as a rebuttal, Johnny did say that it was a Monty Python reference that should not be taken literally. That being said, Paul did state that he felt extremely embarrassed to have his texts read aloud to the court during the Sun defamation trial. He also made a slightly contradictory statement to what we know to be true when he stated that he didn't know Johnny when he was married to Amber. Quote, I knew him before, but we hadn't spoken for years. During the marriage, I didn't know them, so I wasn't around for any of that. We live in a world without context. Despite this statement, it has also been said on multiple records that they consider each other best friends. And also, why would you talk about a woman you don't know like he did during the text? And also, what about the incident at the dinner with Paul's son? That statement honestly doesn't make much sense to me, but I couldn't find any information on whether or not he had been called out for it. Now, for her part, Amber has yet to testify, but will do so soon. Johnny said his piece, but will definitely be called to the stand a bunch more while the trial is still ongoing. On Tuesday, we heard from officers who responded to a domestic disturbance call to the couple's penthouse in 2016. They said that they found no evidence of a crime and that Amber was uncooperative and refused to sign or file a police report. The court also heard from the manager of Depp's Bahamas Island and a forensic psychologist who assessed his ex-wife. The manager recounted an incident in which she separated the couple during an argument in which Amber allegedly threw a can at Johnny. Dr. Shannon Curry, a psychologist, testified that she had diagnosed Amber with both borderline and histrionic personality disorders after an extensive evaluation, and manifestations of these can include desperate attempts to avoid being abandoned, including reporting to legal methods such as claiming harm from her partner. That being said, it also emerged that Dr. Curry is not board certified, so it is likely that the diagnosis will prove void. We'll probably see Paul Bettany himself testify alongside other famous individuals like Elon Musk and James Franco, who both have been accused of sleeping with Amber while she was in a relationship with Depp. If it is proved that she did cheat on him, likely the trial could start to sway in Johnny's favor. As it stands, despite the court seemingly always being in favor of Amber, the public is very heavily on the side of Johnny. A lot of people accuse Amber of being a sociopath and an evil person. I can't really pass judgment, and I refuse to do so until the trial is over, but it really does seem like this may be the final battle between the couple. Although this is a defamation case and not a physical harm case, every point is seeming to be heard, so I can't imagine anything being upheld in court beyond this case. Once this one is done, it is almost certain that the whole debacle will finally be over, whether it sways in Depp's favor or Amber Heard's. With so much contradictory evidence to go through, it seems like this trial is far from over though, and as Paul is set to eventually take the stand, only time will tell what he further reveals about the time he spent with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So how do you feel about the case so far? Let us know in the comments down below. While you're down there, it would be very much appreciated if you could subscribe to this channel so we can keep you all updated on the trial and all the drama as it unfolds in the courtroom. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Where Are They Now? I've been your host, Sierra. See you guys next time.